home on the market, you may want to play it safe by going plainer with the finishes, but there are times when it pays to go bold with luxurious selections.
I'm Mariano Gomez, Vice President of Atex Group.
And I'm Caroline Mozo. I'm one of the project managers. I had the pleasure of working on this project.
We believe the value is in the appliances, the value is in the construction itself, the value is in the location.
We look at design ideas that will help you increase the value of your home as we tour a gorgeous waterfront property on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. The South Florida real estate market is so hot right now, but before renting or perhaps selling your home, there are a few things you may want to consider. This 4,700 square foot property has 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a powder room. The home was designed to maximize the lot and the beautiful water views. So we're here today in Fort Lauderdale at this beautiful waterfront home, joined by Mariano Gomez and Caroline Mozo of the Atex Group. Welcome, you guys.
Thank you. Welcome to our property.
It is a beautiful property at that. So today I thought it would be great to really talk about the property itself. I mean, this is a new build. It's in a beautiful waterfront location in Fort Lauderdale, and there are so many decisions that go into building a property like this, of course. What was the decision to go 3 stories, and kind of talk a little bit about the lot itself that you had to work with?
When you get into a new project, the deal in everything is just maximize the resources.
Get the most square footage.
Exactly. In this case, the resource is the land.
So maximizing that square footage for all of the bells and whistles. And now, Caroline, this particular area, we are on the water here in East Fort Lauderdale. There are a variety of different styles of architecture on the homes, this being one of the newer, beautiful modern homes.
I always lovingly refer to this style as the box homes. We have the very contemporary, very rectilinear architecture. This is something that we see obviously on the West Coast is super popular. I think that Florida, we have a lot of influences from California. Doing a new build, especially at the luxury price point, going contemporary just made perfect sense. Of course, we all have our personal styles, but I think most anyone can walk in here and appreciate the beautiful modern architecture.
Absolutely. I think the light colors, but also the mix of materials. We're seeing we've got some stacked stone, we've got the wood above, so it brings that warmth as well. Kind of getting that balance was important, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think too, with any project, it's really important to consider your location. And, you know, of course, here we have the lush tropical landscape that's native to Florida. So bringing in some of that warmth and some of those more classic South Florida materials actually into the home, no matter how contemporary it is.
Yeah, that's the other part of this, because curb appeal is one part, right? But the interior of the home is a whole other part of this, and we're going to show you what's inside. So let's go on. Wow, so this is gorgeous inside.
Thank you. Welcome. We're really excited to show you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you walk in and you've got this sort of 2-story entry, high ceiling, so you could feel the grandness of the home right when you walk in.
So we wanted to maximize in the high ceilings, in the impact windows, how we could structure in a way that could reflect so much natural light into the house.
And it truly does. I mean, we're getting such great light in here, and I love it that almost every wall continues in this main area from where you see the water views to be windows.
That's correct.
The stairs are also, I think, one of those areas where you really can make a statement, and you've done a really modern staircase here, and I love that there is porcelain all the way up. Again, built to last and look beautiful.
If you're not super familiar with South Florida and South Florida decorative traditions, terrazzo is something that has always been historically super popular. So you'll notice throughout the home, even on the stairs here, we have this modernized, very contemporary, very large scale terrazzo inspired tile. I think having those details, even just changing the tile between the tread and the riser, is something that we don't see in every home and every, even commercial spaces.
It's unique to here, and I love that. And we're going to continue touring through this beautiful home because there is a lot more to see. We're going to head on to the heart of the home, this gorgeous modern kitchen when we return. Coming up, learn why the kitchen can be a key factor to the value of your home on SoFlo Home Project.
Hi, I'm Valentina with FHIA Remodeling, and if you're thinking of switching out your old aluminum windows for some new ones, you have to listen to today's information up next on SoFlo Home Project.
In addition to the moving services, we also provide storage services for clients that are not quite ready to move into that new home. Maybe it's still under construction, or they just haven't found a place to move into yet, and they need their items placed in a safe, secure location in the interim. We make it really easy for homeowners to store their items because we actually come to the house to pick it up. Many other facilities require for you to bring it to them, or they'll drop a container to your house and you still have to load it. So we'll pick up the items, we'll wrap them, we'll protect them, and they'll remain wrapped and protected, unlike if you drop it off elsewhere. So we welcome you to come visit our facility. It's safe, secure, with the latest technology, and of course we always sanitize the containers anytime we bring a new customer in and out of our facility. At Good Greek Storage, our facilities are clean, secure, and monitored 24 hours a day by closed-circuit television. Of course, they're alarmed and all that, but we also have on-site personnel 24 hours a day inside the facility, and the Sheriff's Office patrols the exterior.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, this is Shirley speaking.
Good Greek offers short-term and long-term storage because we know that different clients require different needs. We deal with customers that are having to deal with death or a divorce situation, and sometimes they don't really know how long they're going to need to have their items in storage. And oftentimes it might be just an overnight situation. So we can help people whether it's short-term or long-term. When a customer is ready for their belongings, they'll simply call us or email us in advance, and we'll accommodate the date they're looking for. And at that time, we'll deliver all of their belongings inside the house and place and set things up where they belong. We welcome you to come and take a look at Good Greek Storage, and then go take a look at the others. And I think the choice is going to be very, very simple, that Good Greek Storage is going to be the way to go.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to tour this beautiful Fort Lauderdale waterfront home with Caroline Mozo and Mariano Gomez. So before the break, we looked at the entryway. Obviously, the curb appeal of the home is beautiful, and when you walk in, it sets a really nice palette for just about any design, style, and furnishings that's going to go in. But what really I feel like sells a home and is the heart of a home for homeowners when they move in is the kitchen. The modern kitchen works as a central hub for the first level of this home. Extra attention to detail was given to the design of this gorgeous space. When it comes to designing a home and building a new home, the kitchen is really that area where you're going to put sort of the most. This is going to be a big line item with the budget. You're going to want to get the best appliances, the right finishes, countertops.
You don't realize how long time we are in the house, we're going to be in the kitchen.
Absolutely. I think the design always starts and ends with the kitchen.
Yes.
Definitely here you'll notice we've brought in more of those warm textures. We have these beautiful, yes, walnut cabinets, very modern profile to them.
Everything goes aligned with what we want to place.
So that wall without the windows, everywhere else has windows, but
correct.
Kitchen,
here we
you need
have
that full wall.
Whole area.
Wow.
All over.
The built-in fridge, the freezer. And I love this matte black interior. This is specific to Jen Eyre. I love it. And I think it's such a cool, kind of unexpected pop of a color you don't always see in a fridge. And I love the large island. Do you think that's another trend when you are working on projects?
Construction-wise, for instance, this large piece of stone, do not allow to cut the stone. It has to be one solid piece.
No seams.
Installed. Exactly. So that's like a construction 101.
The lighting is interesting, but not too much. I think it's about these sort of clean lines that you've kept.
Super functional, but is also beautiful. And that's really what we strive for in all the projects.
Absolutely. And now the kitchen being the heart of the home, of course, when you are selling a property, probably one of the first things people are looking at and saying the kitchen's gotta be good. But the bathrooms also are part of that. And we are gonna chat a little bit about some of the fabulous bathrooms here. Before we do that, let's check in with our friends from FHIA and see what they're up to today.
Today we're at a home window installation and I'm here with Peter, sales manager. Peter, as a homeowner, how do I know it's time to replace my windows?
Well, to be honest with you, Valentina, most homeowners don't really know it's time to replace their windows because guess what? They look through it, they can see through it, and they think it's okay. Whereas, you know, when you get up on top of it and really look at what you got going on, the window is actually compromised from pressure over time. And over time, the seals and the caulking tend to deteriorate and water infiltration actually starts getting into the window. So the sooner the better is what I would say.
Now, I noticed over here that you could sense the cold from the air conditioning. Is that normal?
It is normal, and unfortunately, you know, aluminum is a conductor of heat. Literally, it transfers heat instantaneously. In the mornings, you get a lot of the cold air coming out, being sucked out, and then all that radiant heat from that beautiful Florida sun just radiates through like a magnifying glass. Going with a good energy efficient glass pack and a good quality impact window, you should save roughly 20–30% on your energy costs.
20 to 30%,
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, well, heating, air conditioning, and windows account for 54% of your electric bill.
You mentioned soundproofing as a great benefit to installing impact windows.
Yes.
Does that mean that I won't be able to listen to this while I'm sleeping in my bedroom?
This loud, monstrous air conditioning unit?
Yes.
When you're laying in bed at night and your head is right over there next to your bedroom window and you hear this thing going off, I'll tell you what, 3 years ago, it was the best thing I ever did was go ahead and put my impact windows in because I haven't heard my air conditioning unit, I haven't heard my noisy neighbors. They genuinely work.
So what I'm understanding here is that it's always a good time to get hurricane impact windows. Is that true?
Well, there's never a bad time to order hurricane impact windows because it's a lifelong investment.
Because I'm getting all the benefits of safety, security, soundproofing.
You want me to keep going on?
Yes.
There's no better time than now.
Thanks for the great information, Peter.
Anytime, Valentina.
If you're ready to upgrade or change out your windows, give us a call and schedule your free consultation.
So we've talked about the kitchen, that being sort of that one place where you really want to kind of put the most into. It's really the heart of the home, but the bathroom, specifically the primary bath, is really one of the other rooms that sell a house, right?
Absolutely.
I love the way you've set up this bathroom because it's really about that large shower too, but everyone always wants a tub in the primary bathrooms. I really want to talk about this tile. We have seen this theme throughout of the larger scale terrazzo look on porcelain. I love that there's continuity, but it's constantly changing. This is bold and accents only on this wall, but the rest of the room is a very soft gray, and the floor is the plain version of that.
Absolutely. Another big thing that I want to point out in this bathroom, and in all the bathrooms, we have a lot of storage here. So not only do you have the cabinetry, which has all the bells and whistles, we've also got the illuminated medicine cabinet. So I know I have a bunch of stuff.
Yes,
so
let's see. Look at
fill
this.
them all
open.
Correct.
Very nice. And the hardware is such an opportunity to bring in that jewelry. And like each room has something that perfectly ties in with the faucets. So well thought out.
That's correct.
Well, a lot of great details. We have a lot more to tour, so stay with us. We're going to continue touring this beautiful waterfront home when we come back. Coming up next, we look at ways to enhance your outdoor gathering areas on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing touring this gorgeous waterfront Fort Lauderdale home with Mariano Gomez and Caroline Moza of the Atex Group. So before the break, we took a look at the kitchen and the baths, but now we're in the outdoor area and of course another great entertaining space. In the back of this home, we find an outdoor dining area. This peaceful backyard is the perfect place to relax or enjoy a meal by the water. So I feel like when designing that perfect sort of outdoor entertaining area, it's about the covered area, the kitchen, but of course the pool.
When we talk about the balance of the indoor versus outdoor, I mean, we've only got so much land to work with, right? So we could build out the entire lot and not have as much of an outdoor space, but then we lose out on this overhead great entertaining space.
Perfect space, but I love the way it fully maximizes the lot. Like almost right to that edge where you then see the water beyond.
We're in South Florida.
Yeah.
It's beautiful outside. When it comes to new development, you come to get natural water, pool water, kitchen, and connectivity. In this house, we provide all the connectivity from the memory center of this property. Basically, you can connect whatever you want to watch right now. So we have to have the security cameras that comes into your cell phone. The lighting, the surround system, controlled from your hand. The fact is, the house needs to be prepared to host that technology.
So smart home connectivity, fully wired for everything you need. What I love really about this home is, again, we talked about the finishes. It's really about having those beautiful natural finishes. We are on the water, but you put in this warm wood sort of throughout the home, both indoors and out, the wood accents, the more whiter stucco to contrast, and then this beautiful gray stacked stone. And I'm not gonna ignore the large scale terrazzo porcelain.
Yeah, I especially love this tile. Is one of my favorites in the home. The white version, it really is a subtle nod to what we have in the interior here, even on the exterior.
It's
so
really seamless almost, even though it gives a little bit of a change. It flows so beautifully from indoor to out, and all the materials connect, and of course, it's beautiful. I mean, look at the view. But we've got a little bit more to see, so when we come back, we are going to continue touring this Fort Lauderdale waterfront property. Next, see how adding those extra unexpected features can elevate the style of your home on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing our tour of this Fort Lauderdale home with Caroline Moza and Mariano Gomez with the Atex Group. So we're at the top floor. I love this space. On the third level, we find the bonus space and an additional terrace. This gathering area has a cool vibe with great views of both the water and city. Would you consider this more to be like a bonus room? Because I truly feel like it could be anything.
Absolutely. I mean, this can be your media room, like a home theater. You can make it into a den, a secondary living room. I mean, you can even make it
could be anything.
Yeah, gym,
really.
Office, really up to the buyer.
Definitely, or even maybe a guest suite.
Yeah, you've got, I mean, a nice sweat bar fully stocked here. So really anything that you can think of that you need entertainment for, which is kind of everything, you can do in this room.
And I love that there's a terrace right outside. Of course, you've got great views of the water as well, and another place to lounge and take in the sun or relax. I also want to point out this terrazzo look on porcelain continues up here. This is a really fun floor here. I think the black and the gray, and pulls in with this beautiful black stone countertop. It gives you a great palette, a great neutral to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I think the materials are playful, so this is an area to play, however that looks for you.
Definitely, and typically in waterfront homes like this, where perhaps you're trying to maximize the yard space, but build vertically to maximize the square footage as well, that top floor often does become that bonus space as it does here. I mean, was it important to make this more of a lounge versus just another bedroom?
From the construction point of view, this second deck actually has the same strength as the first deck. People here can have a pool table, can have a large living room. We provided the connectivity for the wall.
Okay, everything is ready to just install.
You know, it's just the right combination for the end user to be whatever they want to do with this room.
So I just want to thank you both so much for sharing, of course, this beautiful project with us, but giving us a little bit of a kind of behind the scenes peek into what it takes to get all the right elements to make one gorgeous spec home. So thank you.
Thank you for coming. We're so happy to have you.
We appreciate your openness to show to the public, you know, what new construction is all about.
And now let's take a look at what design inspiration we have planned for you next week on SoFlo Home Project. We show you how to avoid costly repairs with practical maintenance advice that could help extend the life of your home appliances, as well as having them run more efficiently. And before we go, let's check in with Hunter Frankie, the host of SoFlo Health, and see what he's up to tomorrow. Hunter, what's going on?
Hey there, Elena. Remember when you went to the Dower Museum of Classic Cars? Well, that's where I am tomorrow on SoFlo Health. In fact, Dr. Dower says hello. Plus, pizza isn't that bad for you. You heard that right. We'll find out what this pizza place is doing to make healthier pizza, and we'll taste it as well. For research purposes, of course. Dr. Sam Rasool will demonstrate how this tape can relieve pain, and we'll tour our luxury cruise liner before it sets sail. It's all right here on SoFlo Health tomorrow at 12:30 on the one and only Local 10.
Thanks, Hunter. We'll definitely be watching. And to our viewers, we thank you for joining us this week. And we hope to see you again next week for another all-new episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.